A lot of people wonder why their wrists or their thumbs or their forearms or their elbows or their shoulder or their neck hurt from using a computer. There are 100,000 reasons why that could be happening. Let's look at some of the top risk factors. Speed, repetition, awkward positioning, force, poor posture. Let's look at the average number of keystrokes someone who types 50 words a minute makes. It works out to 100,000 keystrokes for an 8-hour day. Those keystrokes add up over hours, days, months, and years, and they can lead to very, very serious injuries. Not only that, the standard flat keyboard automatically puts you in an awkward and risky position by having you bend your elbows and turning your palms down. This is why every keystroke matters, and you have to take care of all of these risk factors in order to protect yourself from an injury. And here are a few things you can do to protect yourself from injury and re-injury. Keep your wrists straight, and by straight we're looking at 2 dimensions. This is a straight wrist. The wrist isn't up or too far down. It's straight. The other dimension you want to look at, some people will bend their wrists out to the side like this, and that's really a bad thing to do because it can lead to serious wrist, forearm, and elbow injuries. So, first rule, don't rest your wrists on anything while you're typing. That includes wrist rests and palm rests. Let your hands float over the keys with a nice straight wrist, because resting your wrists, in addition to the problem with what we call dorsiflexion, which is this movement of going up as if you were pushing open a door with the palm of your hand. Instead of doing that, keep your wrists neutral. The other reason why you don't want to rest your wrist is because you can damage the nerve that goes through the carpal tunnel. Use a very light touch. Some people type so loudly you can hear them halfway down the hall. Please don't do that. It's too much force and it can damage your upper extremity. Use the lightest touch you can possibly manage so that you avoid the injuries that you can incur if you use too much force. The hands are not hammers, so don't pound the keyboard and don't pound your hands on anything. So to recap, keep your wrists straight. Let your hands float over the keyboard. Use a light touch, and in addition to that, dictate whenever possible. Sit tall, take frequent, regular breaks, and use your computer keyboard as little as you possibly can. And for more great information about repetitive strain injury, watch the video that's coming up next.